Hey everybody, welcome back to Bite Size Geek, and if you are new to the channel,
Ba weep grana, weep nitty bong.
look what Amazon was so kind enough to send me after I paid for it. But it is the new Studio Series 86 Ironhide figure that recently came out. I got it in the mail, and I am ready to open this thing up. He's going to be such an awesome addition to my Transformers collection. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's open this thing up and see what it's about. All right, y'all, so here's Ironhide out of the package. Okay, let's take a look at it, just a quick look. I think this is probably the best G1 look that I've seen. Of course, I don't really think there's been many Ironhide figures that have come out that are supposed to look G1, but this one's definitely better than the last one. I'll put a picture of the last one somewhere up here, but this one is definitely more true to the G1 look. I think he has a great sculpt. The head sculpt looks great. The details on the body are really good. All the details in here. See the different sculpt and everything in here. He even has the triangle looking pelvis part like the G1 character did. This part actually lifts up and down to allow him to, move a little bit more freely, but I do like that touch right there. He's also a really good size. I mean, he's a really good size. I kind of feel like this is probably, this is a Voyager class figure, but I kind of feel like, it should have been like a deluxe class, because I mean, he's a nice size, but he's not, very, very big. He even has the headlights on the chest, like the G1 character did. And look at the let me focus in on here. He even has windshield wipers up here, which is a really, really awesome touch. I really like that. He's very posable. I mean, he's very easy to move around. See right there? Can lift his arms up pretty high, legs, kick up pretty far. He has a nice knee joint right there that allows for a lot of different poses. I'm not going to try to get in like exact poses right here, but I mean, as you can see, he's very easy to pose, and I really love the detail on the figure. Let me turn him around so you can see the back. Another thing I also like is there's not really any hollow parts of him. A lot of the figures that are this size have there's some hollow parts right here with his arms, as there are with most of the figures that are this size. They usually do have, because the hands have to have somewhere to go. But other than that, there's really no hollow spots on him, which is really awesome, because a lot of the other figures have a lot of those. Let's see some cons, at least in my opinion. And some of these are just kind of, they're not really big deals. It's just things that I noticed while looking at him. He's very loose. Like this right here is taking no effort whatsoever. He will hold the pose that you put him in, but he's just very loose. Let's see the piece. Oh, that's another thing too. These pieces on the legs, move around pretty freely. And they don't, hold on, let me see if I can get a good view of this. Well, let me just kick back his leg a little bit. Come on, arm, move out of the way. Oh, and that's another thing I'm going to get to in a second. These pieces right here don't close down all the way. They kind of just sit there. Why can't I get a good look at this? Oh, here we go. Try that. There we go. They don't close or snap into place or anything like that. And I'm sure it's because of these wheels, but, they just kind of... Oh, wait, is that a spot that they're supposed to close? Well, I guess, see, look, I think there's a spot where they're supposed to close in there, like right here, and there's a little tab right here, but mine just aren't wanting to stay closed, I guess. Let me see if the other one does it. Okay, look at that. That one stays closed. Okay, well, my bad, y'all. I thought that was like a bad part of it, and I guess it's just mine that I have right here where the piece isn't wanting to stay shut. So you know what? Scratch that one off the list. I guess that's not such a big deal. But right here, as you can see, the middle part, although it does snap, you hear that, it snaps, but it's very, very easy to open. Bam, no effort. In fact, when I was messing with him initially, you know, I was doing something with the legs and he just kind of popped open, you know, and he was just hanging there like this. Kind of looked like he did, you know, on the ship when they were trying to come back to Earth. Too soon? Too soon? But anyway, and there's also some like paint texture differences. Like right here on the feet, I'm not sure if you can tell with the camera, but the paint right here is a different shade of red and also has kind of like a matte finish on it, whereas the paint right above it is a different shade of red and it has more of a shine to it. Also up here, you know, it's just more glossy. The shade of red is different. So there's several different shades of red on this figure, and even the texture of the paint. Oh, how did I do that? Okay. Even the texture of the paint is a little different. So, I mean, that's, again, I mean, honestly, it's not really a big deal at the end of the day, but it's noticeable. Right here we have the weapons that he comes with. He comes with two of these handgun, I guess you could say, weapons right here. Let's pop them in his hand. And he also has other spots that you can put them. I think when he's in vehicle mode, but I think there's also other spots when he's in robot mode. But yeah, see, look. I mean, I know I was messing with his arm right then, but look how easily that popped open. Okay. But yep, there he is in robot mode. Overall, I like him. I really do. I think he's going to be really nice standing there right next to Optimus and everything. But tell you what, let's take a look at what he looks like in vehicle mode. All right, y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to try to transform him while I'm recording. This is probably going to be a little bit embarrassing because when I first transformed him, it took me a while. He was a little... for me, he was a little bit complicated, especially in that one part. If y'all have this figure and y'all have transformed him so far, you probably know the part that I'm talking about. But got the instructions right in front of me, and I mean, let's give it a shot. I'll probably throw in some music right here just so you won't hear me cussing. But yeah, let's go. All right, y'all, here he is in vehicle mode.
Was that fast enough?
Okay, first we'll start with the pros for me. And again, I mean, these are all just my opinion, y'all. I mean, I'm really not trying to be nitpicky or anything, but these are just things that I noticed when I took them out and was playing with them the other day, transforming them and everything. Pros, this is definitely still the best Ironhide that I've seen so far. He is definitely more true to the G1 look in robot form and vehicle mode. There's no feet back here. There are no huge, god-awful feet sticking out back here. Again, that was with the previous Ironhide. I'll show y'all a picture up here what I'm talking about, but y'all probably know what I'm talking about. It looked so horrible back here with that last figure. He has a very good feel to him. He's got a good solid feel to him. He doesn't feel super light or really like there's a lot of hollow spots in him. He feels pretty solid. And again, I love the windshield wipers right there on the front. I think that's an awesome touch. You know, look at the detail on the front. Got the lights and everything on the side. Got the windows. The back actually looks like it has doors. If you look right here, got the handles. They're supposed to be, I don't know if this is supposed to be a window right here. Got a spot for a tag and everything. And he's also, you know, he's just a really good size. You know, he looks really awesome to me. Some cons though, at least for mine, I'm not sure if this is true with all of them, but I know with mine, some of the pieces not fitting properly, I guess I should say, or snug or something, especially up here. This is what gave me so much trouble the other day.
Think my linkage is busted.
Is these pieces right here. There's still like a small little gap. You can see where, you know, right here where it's not fully going in there. This side is a little better, but you know, it's just not going in there the right way. Let's see, the transformation the first time I did it was a lot more difficult than this time. Believe it or not, this time I actually got it done a lot faster than I did the first time. And I think it was because this part right here, and again, if y'all have this figure, you know what I'm talking about. When you got to this part right here, it has like little latches that have to fit into here. And there's really no clearance. There's not a lot of space for those latches to kind of go above and hook onto the piece that's right here. So you got to kind of, at least with mine, you know, you got to kind of hold this together. You got to grab that piece and just really, you know, shove it in there. So I had to open up this piece right here so I could get a better grip on it, because with this piece closed, I wasn't able to get a good enough grip on it. Well, without feeling like I was going to break it or something. These big pieces on the side, this right here, and this, you know, it's on each side. I'm not a fan of those. They kind of stick out like a sore thumb. But I mean, there's a lot of engineering that goes into this figure. I mean, look, this whole figure is inside of this little van right now, you know, with the exception of this little bit sticking out. So, I mean, I imagine there would be, you know, pieces like this that you just can't really get around. So they're going to have to be there. I'm not a fan of them, but I understand why they are there. And also, there's no stripe. You know, Ironhide has that iconic yellow stripe that goes down. Is it yellow or orange? I say yellow, but the stripe that goes down. And there's really no way to, like, if Toy Hacks did come out with some decals for this figure, I don't know. I don't think there would be a way to put it on this figure, because look, I mean, you have these right here. These are all moving parts. And so I don't think decals could go right here without them messing up. I don't know, maybe some of y'all that are better at customizing the figures, y'all might be able to just kind of hand paint a stripe on here somehow. I'm not sure. If y'all have any ideas, let me know in the comments, but that's a pretty big thing to me, because that stripe, I feel like, is a big part of the Ironhide figure. So I'm kind of sad that that's missing. Another thing I wanted to point out, these screws right here in the windows are very, very apparent, evident to, like, just they're just really sticking out to me. I'm not a fan of that either, but you know, again, it's just part of the engineering, part of what has to be there. Honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. You don't really notice unless you're really, really looking at it. If you see the bottom where his pelvis and legs are right here, you got to kind of fold him up a weird way to get him to turn into his vehicle mode. So it kind of sticks out at the bottom right here, which honestly, that part's not that big of a deal because, you know, when he's sitting on the table or on your display shelf or something, you don't really even see it unless you're really looking. So that, again, not a very big deal. And I don't know if you can see this right here, but if you look through, I'm not sure if that's going to pop up on camera, but if you look through the front windshield, that's where Ironhide's head is. Like, I don't know if you can see it right here. You know, that that part I don't like either, but hey, you know, if or when Toy Hacks makes decals for this figure, that's going to be covered up anyway. So, I mean, you know, not really a big deal. But again, this is still with those, you know, nitpicky things I just said. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Let me also point out, same thing with the vehicle mode as the robot mode. I mean, obviously, because it's all the same parts. Different shades of red. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. This is a very flat, kind of light red right here. This is a darker red right here. This is kind of like your basic red right here. So just right here are 3 different shades of red. 3 different, this is definitely more glossy. This is kind of shiny, and this is like a matte finish. So, however, all the wheels match. With a lot of these figures, the wheels are different. Because I know with Optimus, in his vehicle mode, I think the front wheels are not the same as the back ones. But yeah, all his wheels match. I mean, he looks great. Overall, he definitely looks great. I just can't wait for some Toy Hacks stickers to come out for this because I will definitely be ordering them. I love those Toy Hacks stickers to put on the figures. They give them a more animated G1 look, which I'm a really big fan of. All right, this is the backdrop that he comes with, which the art is fantastic. I really like this backdrop. Does anyone else see the irony in this backdrop? I mean, come on. This is, you know, it's from the movie. This is a scene where he was, you know, so I think it's kind of funny that this is the backdrop that they give. But I mean, you know, he was only in the movie for a few minutes anyway. But yeah, great backdrop that he comes with. All right, y'all. I think that finishes our look at Ironhide. I mean, to sum things up, you know, he's a great figure. Best Ironhide I've seen. Best Ironhide look. Best G1 look. I think he, like I mentioned when I had him in vehicle mode, I think he would look great with some of the Toy Hack stickers, but I don't think they've come out with any yet for him. I mean, he is a new figure, so it might be a little bit, but if they do come out with some stickers for this Ironhide, I'm definitely going to get them because I really don't like the clear windshield, and I do think he could use some stickers, you know, thrown into the body, make him look more like the cartoon character. And he's definitely much better than the last Ironhide in my opinion. But yeah, that wraps it up, y'all. So until next time, y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later.